Hello everyone, myself Dr. Suman Malik, Assistant Professor of Computer Science. Today we will discuss about Microsoft Word or word processor. In the previous lecture we have already discussed about commands in the font group as well as some commands in the paragraph group. Next command is to insert, to use bullets or numbers. First of all, we take some text to see the command. Here it is, some text. First of all, we select text and then click on the bullets. And bullet appears here. We can change different styles by clicking on the drag down list. We can use arrows and any other given icon like this. If you want to use numbers instead of bullets, we can click on it and number will appear here like this, you can see. And next command in the paragraph group is space between lines. By default space is 1.15, but we can use 1 as well as any other like this. Here is the next command is borders. We can use borders. Click on this. We can use all borders, outsider borders, inside borders, and last option is borders and shading. Click on it. A dialog box will appear, and there are three options: borders for the selected text, page border, and shading. If you want to use border for the selecting text, then click on the first and can choose different options. If you want to use border for the whole page, then click on the page border. Likewise, can select any of type like box, shadow, etc. and can change style of the border like this and click on anyone, and as well as we can change color by selecting any color if you want to change the automatic color with some other color like this. And next is the width of the line, width of the border. Can change width of the border, and if you want to use some art, we can select any art from here, and it is applicable for the whole document, or you can choose any other option and click on OK, and page border will appear. If you want to remove page border, then click again on it, go to border and shading, click on page border and select none. Page border will disappear. And this third option is shading. If you want to use some shading, can choose any color and can use percentage for the style, and can use any color if you want to use another color for the shading. Next command in this paragraph group is sorting. Click on sorting option. In this dialog box, it is paragraph, text, ascending or descending option. If you want to choose ascending, text will appear according to the alphabets order. Click OK and then on U. And if you want to use descending option, click on OK and you can see Y is in at first number and in the descending O is on the second numbers. And it's all about the commands in the paragraph group. Here are some border styles. We can use these borders by selecting any one like this. You can see change here according to the selected border, and this is the normal. And next command is find. If you want to find something, some words in the text in the file, then click on find and navigation bar will appear here. You can search any word, for example of. You can see different of in the document, as well as if document is much larger, you can click here for the next search and cursor will go in the next selection as well as in the previous selection. But if you want to some replacement, then click on replace. A dialog box will appear. If you want to change any word, for example, we can use any word like off and we want to replace it with it. You can click on replace or you can click on replace all, and this message shows word has reached the end of the document. 6 replacements were made. If you want to continue, you can click on yes. If you don't want to continue, then click on no. And these are all about the commands in the home tab. Next tab is insert, and click on it. Then certain options are available here. Here we take the insertion of a table. To insert the table, can choose different methods. First method is by selecting rows and columns in the given grid. You can click here and a table will insert here. Click on it. Click on the right button of the mouse. A pop-up menu appear here, and you can delete table, and you can use other commands like distribute rows evenly, distribute columns evenly, border and shading, etc. Delete table. Next method to insert the table is insert table. Click on it. Dialog box is here. can choose number of columns, can choose number of rows, and here is the fixed column width. You can choose autofit to contents or can choose autofit to window. Here are 6 columns and 5 rows. Click on OK and table will appear here. And the last option to insert the table is draw table. Click on it and you can draw table according to your requirement. Like this, you can generate rows and you can generate columns like this. If you want to split table, this is easiest method to draw the table, to insert the table. If you want to merge some rows and some columns, you can merge or split. Select rows, columns, click on right button of the mouse and click on the merge cells. 2 columns will merge. You can see here. If you want to split this cell, click on it and click on the split. And here are number of columns and number of rows. Number of columns 2 and number of rows 1 and click on it and this. If you want to split this cell, click on right button, then on split cells. If you want to divide number of columns, number of rows, number of columns 2 and number of rows 2 and click on OK. You can see here this cell is divided into 2 rows and 2 columns. You can use table easily. If you want to use other commands, click on the table and click on right button of mouse, and then you can use different distribute rows evenly, distribute columns evenly. Click on it and row size will be same. This is all about the table in the insert. Remaining commands of insert tab will take in the next lecture. Thanks to all for watching video.